Hello, this is Missionary Caleb McCollum reporting from Lancaster, California, and you're on the road with the McCollums. Many great things have happened since our last video, therefore without formal introduction, let's dive into what the Lord has done in recent days. On March 18th through 22nd, we were participants in the Go Missions Conference at Grace Baptist Temple in Brandon, Florida. We enjoyed spending time with Pastor Thompson, his family, and the kind people of this church. We were also reunited with our good friend, Pastor Ken Walters from Rock Hill, South Carolina. The Lord used his preaching, the missionary presentations, and the services to challenge us to spread the gospel around the world. March 25th through 30th was Missions Conference at Bible Baptist in Bridgeport, Texas, under the leadership of Pastor Dale Webster. By the second day of this conference, I developed what would later be diagnosed as an infection in my larynx. This ended up causing me to lose my voice for what would be a total of 3 weeks. Pastor Webster and the people of this church were very kind and understanding in these circumstances, and by week's end, we had another partner in ministry. With no voice, however, I was a bit worried about how our next few meetings would go, not being able to fulfill the preaching and presenting that I had been scheduled for. I worried at one point if I would ever get my voice back and kind of struggled with that for a few days, but I decided to finally place it in the Lord's hands to see what He would do. On April 1st through 5th, we were greatly blessed to be guests at Missions Conference in Springfield, Missouri with Pastor Jeff Abels and Berean Baptist Church. God moved greatly in this conference through the presentations and preaching of His Word. On Saturday, we received an extra special blessing by being able to visit the home of Jim and Mary Garrison. The Garrisons are recently retired missionaries of 38 years to the people of Germany. We gained much advice and insight from them over a delicious German lunch, and left with some books and resources in the German language. On Easter Sunday, which was the final day of this conference, Brother Garrison presented us with our very own piece of the Berlin Wall. How neat is that? Needless to say, our meeting here will not soon be forgotten. On April 8th, we presented at Harmony Baptist Church in Ponca City, Oklahoma with Pastor D.R. Baker. This church was an extreme blessing to us by purchasing an entire set of Bible Institute curriculum for us to use someday in the ministry. After celebrating Alicia's birthday in Branson, Missouri with our good friends Kyle and Bethany Martin, we headed back to Ponca City to present and preach at Central Baptist Church on the 12th of April. This meeting was also very special for us in the fact that we were able to spend time with our good friend Caitlin Clark. We are definitely looking forward to arriving in Germany on September 29th of this year to begin serving with her family there in Germany while we attend language school. On Tuesday, April 14th, we presented on Missionary Night at Tulsa Baptist Temple with Pastor Rocky Harrell. After showing our video, I stayed with the men and Alicia went with the ladies for separate times of questions and answers. God greatly moved in this meeting, and by night's end, this church had partnered with us in ministry. On the 15th and 16th, we were guests at Bethel Baptist Church in Wichita, Kansas for the first 2 days of their missions conference. During this meeting, we were able to stay at the home of our good friends, the Eberhardt family. I preached and presented at this church, and God truly blessed. On April 26th, we traveled to Maricopa, Arizona for the first day of the very first missions conference in the history of Faith Baptist Church. Pastor David Zimmerman began pastoring here just over 2 years ago, and the church currently meets in the gymnasium of a local charter school and has seen much growth in both membership and attendance over the past few months. Please pray that the Lord will continue to strengthen this church in a growing part of the Arizona desert. As of right now, we have a few more meetings scheduled in California for the months of May and June, just kind of scattered throughout. But we are primarily spending time with our family here in Lancaster up until the Spiritual Leadership Conference in mid-June. After that, we will head back to Florida for a small time of family vacation, but also a time to kind of get our stuff together and get all of our I's dotted and our T's crossed for the move to Germany to get our things ready to ship over. We praise the Lord that our support level has now risen to 83% and are praying to see the majority of the rest of the support raised before our launch date. Times are truly exciting indeed. If you would pray with me for one more thing for us in a financial matter, and that is our savings for our startup and moving costs to Germany. As of right now, we have saved pretty much the majority, a little over half of what we need, and pretty much all that's left to save for is a used vehicle for when we get over there for our transportation needs. The Lord has done well at providing so far for us through our own savings and through the generous giving of a couple of ministries toward these startup costs to take care of things like our furniture and getting into a place to live and some of the other initial startup needs that there are, such as passports and visas and those things. But we are still in need of saving some money for a vehicle once we get over there, and we're just looking for basically a decent used vehicle that meets the emission standards in Germany that will be able to get us around for a good little while and be very efficient at doing so. So please pray with us that the Lord will help us to raise that amount of money for that particular need, if you will. For more regular updates and information, I invite you to check out our website at mccollums4germany.com. And if you have questions or would like to schedule us for a meeting, you may call me at my cell phone number, which is 813-997-2344, or you can email us at mccollums4germany@gmail.com. Well, that'll do it for this time. Don't forget to pray for the souls in Germany, and don't forget to check back again soon to keep up with us as we go on the road.